Durgaprasad Yadav. My school name is Sri Sant Sai Baba Vidyalay, Burkuni, District, Varda. My chapter is Graph. Under the quality improvement in math education project prepared by IIT Mumbai and RMSA. Well, before going to this chapter, we'll see one video.
We're going to learn about graphs. Graphs, we will have to look at two parts. We have the x-axis and the y-axis. Turkey. Which animal is at 6? 2. The turkey. 3. 4. The quail. 4. 2. The snail. And 6. 1. The red and green bird. And this is the end of the lesson.
Look at the position of the birds in a plane. Useful in our daily life also. We had seen while using the timetable of a classroom. Their timetable, which period is on which day, third period is what, fourth period is what. There also we use the graph in which row and which column. Students standing for the PT exercise in a school. On which row and which column the students is standing, how can we look at the position of that students? That we will see there. And there also we need which row and which column is there. After deciding the row and column, we can perfectly decide the position of the students on the PT ground. Position of our seat, again we need there to coordinate in which row and which column your seat is there. While playing the game like snake and ladder, subsidy, there on which place we have to put our dice, that will be decided by locating the position. So in this way, when the sailor goes to the sea, they can see their directions. They can locate their position where they are in the sea. And at that time, they use the graph. Utility of the graph in the number line, you had seen this, which contains the numbers on the left hand side and on the right hand side positive and negative numbers are there, and in the middle 0 is there. Every point on this number line is associated with one and only one number, or we can also say that every number is associated with one and only one point. That means every point have a single number, and that number is known as the coordinate of that point. So to locate the number, position of a point on the number line, we need only one coordinate, and that is not. When two such number lines are perpendicular to each other, then they will divide that plane into 4 parts. The first part, in first quadrant, moving in the anti-clockwise direction of the x-axis, we will get the second quadrant, then third quadrant, and then the fourth quadrant. The horizontal line is known as x-axis and denoted by x dash o x. Vertical line in the plane is denoted by y-axis, denoted by y o y dash. Positive side of the x-axis is ox, negative side of the x-axis is ox dash. On the upper side of the x-axis, oy, that is the positive side of the y-axis, and oy dash is the negative side of the y-axis. The intersection point of these lines is known as origin, and this origin is denoted by symbol O. How can we locate the position on a plane To look at the point P, suppose on the graph paper, that we will see. To locate the position of a point in a plane, we need two coordinates. That means it is how much away from the x-axis and it is how much away from the y-axis. For knowing the coordinate, we will draw the perpendicular from the point O on the x-axis, and that number is called as x coordinate of that point. Now draw the perpendicular from that point on the y-axis. We will get the y coordinate of the point. In this way, any point in this plane represented by the two coordinates, first coordinate is known as x coordinate and second coordinate is known as y coordinate. Tangent on the x-axis is known as having y coordinate is always 0. Similarly, point tangent on the y-axis having x coordinate always 0. The coordinate of the origin is 0, 0. That means every point tangent in this plane denoted by or represented by two coordinates. First coordinate is always x coordinate and second coordinate is always y coordinate. In such a manner, we can look at any point on this graph paper and we will get the position of that point. Now we will see how can we draw the graph. Here the point P having the coordinate 3 and 4 is shown on the graph paper. That is, the coordinate is 3 units on the x-axis and the 4 units on y-axis. Draw the perpendicular, then the intersection point of these shows the position or locate the position of the point having the coordinate 3 and 4. How can we draw the parallel lines on the number line? So we see of x-axis is always y is equal to 0 because it intersects the y-axis at the point 0. Similarly, equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0 because it cuts the x-axis at the point 0. In the same manner, line parallel to the x-axis, its equation is given by y is equal to b, where b is the y-intercept made by the line on y-axis. Similarly, the line which is parallel to the y-axis, its equation is given by x is equal to a, where a is the coordinate of a point, the intercept made by that line on the x-axis. In this way, we can draw the parallel line to the axis, x-axis and y-axis. And the points, intersection point of these parallel lines is the a coordinate, that means a and b. Intersection of the parallel lines denoted by the coordinate a and b, where a is the x-intercept made by the line and y is the b is the y-intercept made by that line on the y-axis. The equation, if the equation of a parallel line is given ax plus by is equal to c, then how can you draw the graph of this equation on the graph paper? So while drawing the graph of a line, here the equation is given ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are the real numbers and a and b cannot equal to 0, then it is a linear equation in two variables where x and y are the variables. While drawing the graph, first of all, we have to express that equation equal to in terms of x. Then after taking that equation, we have to choose 3 points in such a manner that they will satisfy the given equation. And these 3 points are written in the tabular form, which is known as order pair in form of x and y. To draw these ordered pairs on the graph paper. So we take the graph paper, draw the x-axis and y-axis on it, and these ordered pairs shown on the table, that will be drawn on the graph, and these points are joined with a straight lines of the directions. In such a manner, we can draw the graph of any equation which is in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. And the number line is there. Now you see the apply and evaluate. So problem is that draw the graph of this line. Having equation x plus y equal to 5. First find out the coordinate which will satisfy the given equation and draw the graph of this line. The ordered pairs are shown here. 3 points is sufficient to draw the any graph on the number line. Moreover, we can take 2 points also, but if any point is wrong, then that is not sufficient. So for drawing the graph, it is very convenient to take the 3 points. The problem, that is, draw the graph of 2y plus x is equal to 7. First to write this equation, y in terms of x, and find the order pairs which will satisfy the given condition of equation. Then draw the graph of this. Y pairs are shown on the graph paper, and we will draw the graph of this. These points are joined by the straight line, and we will get the graph of this equation in such a manner. In this way, we can plot the graph of any line on the graph paper.